The diagonal strike, kesauchi, is one of the core techniques of Yamanni Ryu bojutsu. It is a very powerful strike that is delivered diagonally downwards and, in its advanced form, includes a thrust forward at the end of the arc. Kesauchi takes its name from the sash worn by Buddhist priests slung from one shoulder. The angle described by the garment as it lays across the chest of the wearer exactly matches the downward path of the weapon, hence the name. In Yamanni Ryu, the performer is always moving or ready to move. There is no point at which his force is static or his balance anything less than perfect. Unlike other styles of bojutsu, when a blow is delivered, the weapon is instantly drawn back and readied for the next movement automatically. This sort of repetitive training in moving combination techniques ingrains into the student the smooth but powerful movement of the legs and hips that underpins the Yamanni Ryu method. It cannot be explained, it can only be learned, experienced and then perfected. Anyone planning to study Yamanni Ryu seriously is recommended to practice the basic techniques as well as their combinations. While the movements may seem simple and straightforward to the casual observer, they appear so only because of the experience and the ability of the instructor. Legend has it that the second most notable person in the development of Yamanni Ryu bojutsu, Chinnen Sanda, was frustrated with his training and felt he was making little if any progress. He slept for a while and on waking, saw a bow that bounced repeatedly up at its end. This inspired him to absorb this distinctive bouncing movement into Yamanni Ryu bojutsu to add power to the techniques and strengthen both its defensive and retaliatory aspects.
Yamanni Ryu is, when using bow, always using part is longer, you block, become short, and you stay behind your bow. Always stay behind your bow. Elbow is always in, not like this, here. Point your opponent, step, strike, and block. When you strike, you never hold your ball and block. Supposed to bounced. Bounced. When you step, you like bump and strike. Okay. Next, when you swing a ball, basic one is like cut. Cut. But later you're supposed to practice drawing. Drawing. Next, when you're attacking the opponent's feet or shin and gedan nukizuki, you're supposed to follow opponent. Gedan uke, step back, follow opponent. That time, very important one is not supposed to move your left arm. Left arm is always set. Go back, point your opponent's target, and strike. At that time, the elbow is lower, then shift. This was standard gedan no kizuki, and application is follow. In Yamanni Ryu, we are not using cat stance. Use both feet flat. Here, but here is that just touch the ground and squeeze your bow. And the ankle is very important, and calf is squeezed and out. And always, when pushing from low to high, low to high.
As the student progresses, he is encouraged to study the movement of the kata, free of the need to manipulate a long, and for the beginner at least, awkward weapon. In this way, the body movements and embusen, the unique pattern of foot movements of the kata, can be learned. As this knowledge is accumulated, a point will be reached when the instructor will recommend that a bow be added to the training equation. Yamanni Ryu is noted for its flowing motion, and it is from this that its power and effectiveness springs. This exercise, while apparently simple, is actually a very complex one in the sense that it contains the key elements of the style. The rapid and agile foot movements and the strong cutting motion are hallmarks of Yamanni Ryu and result from the total coordination of the performer's body. It should be noted that at no time do the performer's hands leave his weapon. Rather, they are adjusted to suit his performance. This is unique to the style, and in practice means that there is never a weak point during the performance, or in fact when the bow is being wielded in earnest, when the weapon is being held in one hand only. Formal exercises play an important part in all martial traditions. They both teach the art and preserve it. Each is the time capsule of knowledge that will be left for the generations that follow. As with all demonstrations of kata in this presentation, the exercise is shown first from a single camera directly facing the performer in the starting position, and then in slow motion using multiple camera views. Although this is the first kata the student learns, it is also in some ways the most difficult. It was developed within the Yamanni school and is designed to teach nukisashi, the sliding action of the hands on the bow that is used to change its length and disposition. When the basic version of Suji no Kun is learned, the student is taught the more advanced version. This kata and its companion, Cho no Kun Dai, were developed by the author's teacher, Choji Kishaba, at the request of the prefectural government of Okinawa. They are therefore unique to the Yamanni school. This first part features turning techniques, while the second is notable for attacks to the shin area.